if I get to the end of my life, got a head full of gray hair, and our kids come up and we're just chilling out, and they say to me, like, "Dad, man, you accomplished a lot, but we feel like you're a terrible father. What would it be worth?" I think, man, it's funny. I think the true measure of wealth is happiness, right? Like, I really do. And that's not saying that I'm against money. I'm not against that at all, because you gotta work hard, make your money to take care of your family and be able to bless people. But I think it's a lot of people with so-called wealth, and they don't have joy and they don't have happiness, right? And I feel like joy, happiness, and peace is the most important things we can possess, right? And for most people, their material possessions, they feel are the most important. For me, when you got joy, when you got peace, when you got happiness, I think that's true wealth, because you can't put a price on that. Like, for me, people can't understand. A guy asked me just yesterday, "What do you think about stem cell? Why don't you go over to London or one of these places somewhere and try to get stem cell for your arm?" And I was like, "I got peace." And he's like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "I'm good with my situation, right? Like, I'm wealthy because of that. I got something that you can't put a price on, right? You can't price out my joy. You can't price out my happiness. You can't price out my peace." Now, if I measure wealth by money, money is a number. Numbers never end, right? So you never catch it. Numbers never stop. If your happiness is predicated upon a number, if you're being wealthy is predicated upon a number, you'll get it. Then it's like, okay, I gotta set it a little bit higher. The number will never end. And so therefore, you'll never be wealthy enough. If I get to the end of my life, and I'm an old guy at the time, and I'm sitting back in a rocking chair on my porch with my wife, and got a head full of gray hair, and our kids come up and we're just chilling out, and I've accomplished a lot, and my wife is sitting there, and my son and my daughter comes up, and they say to me, like, "Dad, man, you accomplished a lot. Like, you're a great player. You've done well speaking, but we feel like you're a terrible father," right? Like, what would it be worth for me to accomplish, gain, give them certain things, and suck as a father, right? My wife got me aside and said, "Hey, man, you've done really well in speaking and like your athletic ability, but you're a terrible husband. What would it be worth?" Right? And so for me, I feel like the greatest gift I could ever give to my children is showing them that I honor, love, respect, and admire their mother, right? The greatest thing that I could ever give to my children also is not something that I can give to them. It's the things that I will leave in them, the principles, the values, the guide, how you treat people, how you live your life, how you make decisions and choices. And so family is something that's very important to me, right? To be honest, I don't think a person, you know how a lot of times we consider someone to be great, right? That guy's great, right? Like, for me, the true measure of greatness is if you can reproduce it in your family, like with your children, right? If one day your children come up and they're great, not great in athletic ability, no, great people, right? Like, when they come up, like we saw a young man yesterday, and I went to speak at a school, right? And I was just talking to some kids, basically because a young man reached out, had the courage to reach out and ask me, could I come and talk to his junior class? And I was like, "No problem, man, I'll do it for you." And after I met him, his parents came, and I said, "Man, his dad and his mother gotta be proud, right? Because he's a great young man." To me, that speaks volumes of the parents that they are. And so for me, that's what I want somebody to say about my son, my daughter, and my family one day. Hey, how you doing, guys? Inky Johnson here. Just got done, man, doing an interview with my guys, the Mulliganbrothers. We had a great time. I appreciate their platform and what they do. Most importantly, I respect and I admire it. Take care. Peace.